Afternoon all, no respawns again, so I've got another Conan Exiles video for you today, and this one I'm just going to go over the 3 different building tiers that you can unlock as you progress through the game. So starting with Sandstone, which you unlock at level 3, this is one you pretty much just get almost, well, I said level 3, so it's pretty much immediately, or you can hold off and get a bit later if you want. Now, it's pretty cool the way it looks. I really like the art style of Conan Exiles and the Conan universe quite a lot. I mean, I'm not really familiar with the backstory other than the films, but it seems to be crossing barbarians with ancient Egypt. It's quite a weird vibe. So the Sandstone is quite crude looking. It's not very tough. Now, a quick note actually, because prior to soon, you were actually able to destroy, and there's a big problem. Anyone who goes on the subreddit knows that there's a massive issue with raiding, because basically you can just smash the shit out of these structures with iron swords, and, you know, obviously it's this kind of games, people are being a bit trolls. I'm going to put a link in the description to a reply to one of the many threads that were turning up by the devs themselves, and what they've gone and done is they're actually going to make these structures here. So Sandstone is actually going to require steel weapons to harm. And the next tier will actually you can only damage it with explosives, and I think, yeah, that's same with the master tier as well, so the reinforced stone. But that's just a quick note. I'll put a link in the description down below so you can kind of read their full reply. It's pretty cool. I quite like it. The Funcom quite on the ball, shall we say, with kind of getting back to us on the various issues. But yeah, no, I quite like the building structure kind of tiers they have. I quite like the way they've divided it as well. So yeah, this is Sandstone. I've been quite kind of simplistic with my builds because I was trying to get used to the tool set. So those of you who obviously, I mean, the vast majority of you come from obviously my Fallout builds on the Fallout side, but I've noticed that I'm getting quite a few people purely from the Conan Exiles side, and I'm usually quite the buildy guy. Respectable structures, respectable, but I will do better just getting used to this new tool set. I will have actually a rundown of my requests for what I hope they add to the building side, because I think as someone who spends a lot of time building, I might have some hopefully unique insight on kind of certain pieces they're missing. Right, so this is Stonebrick, which is the stupidest name ever. Well, it says brick on the wiki, but when you actually unlock it, it's called Stonebrick. Now you get this at level 20, and yeah, basically, it's just a more reinforced version of the Sandstone. Now, one thing on the Sandstone I forgot to actually add on to my little structure, because I was just fucking around, is you see on this one, you actually have these kind of tiled, or kind of wooden reinforced roofs. With the Sandstone, you actually have thatch, whereas this one, you have logs. And this actually takes, it says bricks, which is logs, bricks, mortar to build. I'm not going to lie, this is actually on a single player game where I spawned everything in through the admin console, so I don't know the actual ins and outs on what you use to make that, but I imagine it just basically involves baking clay and that kind of thing. It's quite cool. Again, I like the look. I tried to make a really shit longhouse, as you can see here, and I kind of gave up. Also, for those of you who do lots of building, you know, you play lots of Minecraft back in the day, and play lots of Rust, and loads of Ark, and Fallout, and all that. Indoor stairs, can you feel me? They're so fucking annoying to get them looking good. God damn it. I need to go and actually look at some guides and doing decent indoor stairs. Little bit of a tangent. Indoor stairs are one of those things that unless you build a lot, you don't realise how much of an absolute metric pain in the arse they are. Thank you, by the way, to Bethesda in Fallout for making prefabbed stair pieces so I don't have to do the nightmare. Now, this is reinforced stone, which you get at level 30. This looks like it's ripped straight out of the Horus Heresy, Warhammer 40k reference for the win, and I absolutely love it. This is some spiky shit. And what it's used to, looking at the wiki, doesn't say, so it's just using, doesn't actually say what you use to make it on the wiki, which is grand, so I have no idea what you use to make this. I think it requires iron and maybe some kind of reinforced stone. I think it's basically just a bit more resource intensive version of the Stonebrick. It looks absolutely badass. And obviously in the current form you can only damage this with explosives, but obviously, and I imagine more explosives required than Stonebrick. But now it's going to be similar to Stonebrick, just probably a slightly tougher version. I also note that they obviously have different reinforced doors as well. I quite like these spikes, though I think maybe they should take them off the floor a little bit, because let's be honest, I'm going to stub my toe on that. Yes, I'm a big scary barbarian, Actually, I'm not a big scary because I'm a short person, so I deliberately made my barbarians shorter. However, yeah, it's going to hurt my toes a little bit. Looks pretty cool. I like the inside. It feels quite cozy, actually. I think more so than the Stonebrick, for obvious reasons, because it's reinforced stone, but you really feel quite kind of secure in this. When I was building this, I had a sandstorm. Probably should do without the little windows because the sandstorm came into my house. However, it did feel quite kind of cozy and warm. This is me just fucking around with the light. Quick note actually on those candles there. You seem to, if you turn it off and then turn it back on and then the flame appears, it does it with all the torches as well. It's still like a weird bug. I did a little bit of decoration to kind of show you exactly what the insides look like. Those banners are a pain in the ass to put up, incidentally. So yeah, these are the 3 tiers. Again, this game is in early access. I'm really excited with how, not only how quick Funcom have been in terms of watching the subreddit and kind of getting back to people's various issues, but also their plans for the game are really exciting. Conan and the Conan universe has a really, really cool art style, so I'm quite excited. As someone who loves building, you know, this is pretty much what attracted me. If this didn't have a building element, I wouldn't be remotely interested. But yeah, so it's gonna be, I'm quite excited. I hope you guys found this video a bit more enlightening, kind of gives you a visual aid. Highly recommend, by the way, if you're kind of wanting to experiment with building a little bit, just kind of, you go to the single player and host your own little server and just kind of give everything via admin console. If you want to experiment, it's a good idea because obviously how resource intensive the builds are. It can be a little bit of a nightmare if, for example, you wanted to make something and then you fuck up, obviously, because there's no way to kind of, you have to demolish shit, basically. Okay, anyway, guys, I'll have another Fallout video up soon, as well as continuing down the Conan Exiles route. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns, and I'll talk to your fantastic filthy bunch soon. Take care.